They didn't announce it on television. You didn't get a phone call. And no, there's no letter in the mailbox. Yet the money is already moving. As of this morning, SSA systems across the country have begun processing a major $3,500 round of payments specifically aimed at Americans aged 65 and older. And it's already being sent out. So why didn't you hear about it? Why did Washington, D.C. remain so quiet about it? And why are some seniors waking up with thousands in their accounts while others are still left in confusion? We've got all the answers. Because this is not your regular payment cycle. This is something different, something urgent. And for millions of seniors, this might be their only shot this summer to receive a lump sum amount that could help cover rent, utilities, or skyrocketing medication prices. But let's be clear, you won't be getting a letter in the mail about this. This is an auto-processed, expedited SSA transfer initiated under a special clause tucked into a recent federal funding decision that flew under the radar. In just a few moments, we'll break down exactly who is eligible for this $3,500 SSA payment, how the distribution is being done, and how you can check if yours is already on the way, or possibly already deposited. But first, let's rewind a bit. It all began with a quiet but critical vote in Washington, D.C., where lawmakers were scrambling to address rising costs hitting fixed-income Americans. At the center of the discussion, seniors over 65. Internal SSA data presented to the House Committee on Aging showed that nearly 30% of seniors were falling behind on essential bills, and the pressure was on to respond fast. So instead of waiting for another budget battle or a stimulus debate, officials found a workaround. They repurposed emergency administrative funding from existing SSA surplus reserves, and with approval from a joint agency task force, they issued a one-time, needs-based emergency disbursement. The result? Over $3.1 billion, earmarked for direct payments to qualifying seniors. No formal application required. And that's what we're seeing right now. But here's where it gets tricky. These payments aren't going out alphabetically. They're not by birth date. They're based on need, eligibility, and internal SSA scoring algorithms. That's why some people are seeing $3,500 show up in their direct deposit account today, while others haven't received a thing yet and are wondering what's going on. So let's break down the three critical factors that determine whether you're eligible for this July $3,500 SSA payment. First, age matters. This round is explicitly focused on Americans aged 65 and older. If you're under 65, even if you're receiving disability or early retirement benefits, you're likely not included in this specific round. Second, the system looks at income thresholds based on your 2023 tax returns and SSA records. Those receiving less than $28,000 annually from combined SSA and other sources are flagged as higher priority. This doesn't mean you must be below poverty level. It just means the system is trying to catch those living on tighter margins. Third, and most importantly, your payment method matters. If you receive your SSA benefits through direct deposit, your odds of receiving the $3,500 this week are significantly higher. Why? Because the system can push funds faster to verified direct deposit accounts without mailing delays or fraud checks. Those still receiving paper checks, unfortunately, your timeline might be longer, up to 2 to 3 weeks, depending on USPS delivery. So what should you do right now? Check your bank account, even if you weren't expecting a deposit today. This is one of those rare cases where the SSA won't call you, email you, or send a formal letter. If you qualify, the money will just arrive. But wait, what about the seniors who didn't receive the full $3,500? Or only got partial amounts like $1,100 or $2,200? That's no mistake. The SSA built a tiered distribution model, meaning the $3,500 figure is a maximum, not a flat rate. The actual amount is based on your monthly SSA retirement benefit, your most recent reported income, whether or not you receive additional benefits like SSI or Medicaid assistance, your zip code to account for cost of living differences. So yes, some seniors will receive the full $3,500, especially in high-cost areas or those without other state supplements. Others may receive a lower but still substantial amount. And here's something most news outlets aren't talking about. If you received a payment today and it seems unusually high, do not assume it's a mistake. This isn't an overpayment or glitch. It's the result of federal indexing adjustments that were included in the July funding cycle, increasing the base payout for some beneficiaries by up to 8% based on inflation triggers. But let's also clear up a dangerous myth floating around social media right now. Some posts are claiming this payment is just a loan or will be deducted from future checks. The $3,500 payment is real, not a loan, not taxable, and won't affect future SSA benefits. But beware of scammers. SSA will never call or charge you to help claim it. Hang up on anyone who does. If you haven't received your payment yet, check your SSA portal for updates and verify your direct deposit info. Outdated details can cause delays. Still waiting? You might be in Wave 2, starting this Thursday, targeting older seniors, SSI recipients on Medicaid, and surviving spouses. Wave 2 will target seniors age 72 plus, SSI recipients who are also on Medicaid, widows and surviving spouses with no additional income. That means even if you didn't see a deposit today, you may still be eligible for a transfer within the next 72 hours. This is why it's so critical that you stay informed, stay updated, and avoid misinformation. Because these funds are real and they're being distributed right now, but only to those who meet the very specific criteria. And if Congress continues down this path, we may see more rounds like this as part of what insiders are calling the Summer Relief Series. But for now, the window is narrow. Don't wait for a letter. Don't wait for a call. And don't assume it's not for you. Check your account. Disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only. It is not official financial advice or a government announcement. Always verify payment details through the official SSA website or by contacting Social Security directly. Log into your SSA portal. Make sure your information is correct. Because this may be your moment, your opportunity to get $3,500 that could make all the difference this summer. Stay safe, stay smart, and above all, stay informed. Because Washington, D.C. isn't always loud about the help they send. Sometimes, it's the silent payments that matter most.